guys, welcome back to Channel 22, and today I have an exciting announcement. I got 4 new mice. I actually got them today, and that means they cannot be held yet. Otherwise, I would do that for you, but they cannot be held yet. I want to let them get used to their enclosure. And so there are 4 of them. There are 2 in there, and one of them is sleeping currently. It's really cute. This one on the green wheel is Neptune. This is Jupiter. And I can tell them apart very drastically. And then in here, there's an orange and white one sleeping in that little hut. And that is the orange and white one sleeping in there is Eclipse. And then the one that's cleaning himself in there is Gemini. So a little bit of facts about mice, if you are interested in getting them. You do need a food bowl, obviously, water bowl. The mice that I got, were around $2 a mouse, and you can't have girls by themselves, and you can't have boys with a group. So if you want multiple, and that works for your lifestyle, then you can get the girls. These are all girls, and make sure you know. And then this is like a little mouse shelf, so you do need some treats for hand taming. Those are those. I have to wait a couple days until I can do that. And so the story behind this was we went to Teskey's, which is where I got them, and there were 4 in a container, these 4, and they knew that they were girls, and since they knew that they were girls, they were possibly pregnant, so they put them in a container. And it was like this. And then, so we took 3 of them. Neptune was the one left behind. So we took all 3 of them, except for Neptune. And we felt bad later on that day. So we went back and got Neptune, because females are not supposed to be alone. And a lot of people don't buy mice at this store in particular, which means that Neptune would be alone weeks or months on end. And so we had bought all of this stuff, including igloo, this, and the wheel. And then our wheel wasn't working super good. As you can see, that one works pretty well. But this one was a little bit slow moving. It was more difficult for the mice to move. And so we bought this, and so now we all have all this. And I have been working on trying to get them in here. Mice are really cute animals. They're super low maintenance and super cheap. How much you can spend on them a month is usually from $45 to $60 a month. It depends on how many you have. If it's a male mouse, it's usually under $45. But since I'm talking about female mice, it is usually over $45 to $65, $60. And another thing that you need to know is spot cleaning will help the stink incredibly. Spot cleaning is where each day, as you can see, it's struggling a little bit. But spot cleaning is where each day you go through and you clean it, not thoroughly, but you just wipe it down and everything. But males do a thing when they first get into their habitat called musking. And musking is when they're trying to adjust to their habitat, they're putting their scent on everything, and it's musking. And that makes it stink a lot more. So if you don't want a heavy stink, I would go with the females. They also overall stink a lot less. Now, another thing that is a disadvantage of getting female mice is they bond with each other more than they bond with you. They'll still bond with you, and they'll be able for you to hold them and everything. They'll still bond and everything, but they will bond with the people around, with the mice around them more. And with a male, you get that full-on bond with them. And then what I do as a little life hack to save some monies is for the bedding. This pretty much cost me $3 for a year on bedding and a paper shredder. So you take, there is a big roll online of newspaper paper. It's about this tall and it's super wide. And it's just paper to print newspapers with. And this paper is about $3 for a roll that large. And then all you need is a paper shredder, and you can just shred the paper to get this. I have a large bag of it here. This costs less than $3 for all of this. And it saves around $20 to $30 a month. So all you need is pretty much the food you need new toys because they do have to chew for their ever-growing teeth because their teeth do grow a lot. And what you do need is 30 minutes of out-of-cage time per mouse each day. So with me, that would take 2 hours. It would not be that, it's not that hard. Just, I do it sometimes. You can do it when you're doing your homework, watching TV. They just have to be out of their cage. Of course, the first 3 days, do not touch them. It is too much stress for them to bond and get used to their new cage. So they don't need that 30 minutes every day, the first 3 days. But I'm going to let you guys watch the mice. And they're not very loud. They're not nocturnal. They go to sleep when you go to sleep. And they are really, really cute. Overall, a mouse is one of my highest recommendations for a kid pet or any pet because they are very low maintenance. They're very cheap overall. This tank was $14, and then everything inside it was super cheap. Like I said, the bedding was only $3. The ladder and these 2 toys I found, the toy packs were $3.99. The wheel was $3.99. This was $3.99. Overall, they are very cheap. This was only $2.99, $5.99. So overall, you were hearing a lot of cheap prices, and it is $2.99 for each mouse. Usually, it depends on the breed. These are called fancy female mice, which like I said, they are possibly pregnant. So. Oh no. But I'm just going to let you watch the mice and let you observe and walk around their cage. And you will get to know them a lot better because there will be quite a bit more videos about the mice. Maybe I'll do a cage tour at some point. Maybe I will talk about each mouse and I may teach them some tricks. I may do a video on hand taming mice. You never know, so you are probably going to get to know these mice very well. Bye guys, thanks for watching.